Hi, I'm Aimee Symington, and I'm talking to you from Davidson, North Carolina, in my home office here. And I first want to say that one of the things I was intrigued with Red Bear about was your name. I mean, what is it? Wasn't really sure. I Googled it. I found out there's a red panda, which is kind of interesting. But anyways, that was great. The other thing that I was intrigued by was actually your experiential training process of teaching people negotiations. And it's not just like a one and done type of training program, and which many companies do. I like your approach. I like how you do it. That really intrigues me. And I've actually been interested in the importance of negotiations for years. And actually it started when I was right out of college, graduated from University of Michigan, and I was in the third interview for my first job. I got through the first interview, the second round, third round, and I'm with the president of the company. And she says to me, Aimee, we really like you. We really want you to work here, and we are willing to offer you $32,000. So I was like, yes, I'd like the job. Thank you so much. And so she said, I'm really glad you want the job. That's great. And she said, just so you know, as a lesson to you, I was willing to offer you $35,000 if you were going to negotiate. I didn't negotiate, and I didn't get the extra money. So that was a really big lesson to me. So, enough said. That's why I think it's really important to be a good negotiator. Okay, so what is something that I could do, what I could bring to Red Bear, to help you in the short and long term? Well, the first thing is that I think I can help you to generate more business. And I can do this by helping to deliver, facilitate excellent world-class training. Because as we all know that it's a lot easier to generate more business from current customers than it is to even get new customers. And having my own business for the last 15 years, I have done that. I consistently deliver great training programs so people do want to come back year after year. A great example of this is I work with the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department. And if you can imagine an entire room filled with police officers in their dress blues with their guns and their tasers, and I am there and I have been teaching them table manners, how to schmooze at a cocktail party, how to write thank you notes. It was a program that I just did not think they would ever want me back. But I've been there, I think I'm on 4 years now. So anyways, I think if you deliver a good quality product in an effective way, you can continue to generate more business. So the second way is that I can help you to build strong client relationships. And I know that you have a workshop based on teaching other people how to do this. And I think that I have proven that I can work with anybody from someone who's just graduated from college to CEOs, CFOs, and everybody in between, regardless of what type of industry they're in or what their product is. So that's the second thing. And the third thing is that I think I can really help you to enhance your cross-cultural negotiations training program. I have been delivering international protocol training to companies all over Asia and Europe for years, and I think that I might have some insights and some experience where I could help to add to that program. So, and then the last question is what I like to tell your CEO and why I should be hired. So I think that one of the main things is that I'm really passionate about what you do. And I think that's important because you want people who are as passionate as you are about your business. Because your facilitators are the ones who are going to be out there representing Red Bear, and you want them to be good. And so I think I can do that. With negotiations, I think that I am passionate about it because it can be a win-win situation for both parties. It doesn't have to be a win-lose type of thing. I remember that from a negotiations kind of sales training class I took years ago, and the facilitator then told me a story that has stuck with me for years. And it was, just to say it quickly, was about this mom, and she had two daughters, and one day they came running to her and they both said they wanted an orange. Well, she only had one orange, and so she could only give it to one person. But instead she did what most moms would do, is that she took a knife and she cut it in half, and she gave half to each child. So when she did that, though, both of the girls looked at it and they were upset and didn't want the orange at all. And she said, well, why not? And then the one girl said, well, she needed the juice of one full orange to make a cake. And the other daughter said she just needed the rind of a full orange for a science project. And so half wasn't going to work for either of them. And so that just sort of taught me the lesson of, if you ask the right questions, if you do the right things, you can have successful negotiations that can help both parties. And I like that. Also, I like to say that I'm a very quick learner. I have facilitated programs, like, for example, when I worked for Saturn, the car company, I had to learn every nut and bolt of the entire car line to be able to go to dealerships across the country and teach them how to sell the car and tell them everything about that car. Now, that's not easy. So I know that I can learn your programs very quickly and very effectively. And then lastly, I'm very flexible in, I could work full-time, part-time, contract. I am able to travel. I am able to work from home. I am good at that. I am very diligent and hardworking when I am at home. But also, I love being part of a team. And that's actually one of the reasons that I want to step away from doing what I have been doing just on my own, is I'm ready to work with other people and be part of a team and part of a company. And so that is what has interested me about working for you. So, okay, that's a little bit about me. I hope to meet you in person someday and tell you a little bit more. Thank you so much for your time.